Main entrance to Orlando Stadium. This is the gate. These are the turnstiles where members of the public will come through a security check and where they'll come into the stadium precinct. Just a note, in fact, to our viewers who are watching our broadcast, you do need to be in your seat by 7:30 this morning if you're going to attend this final send-off for Mama Winnie Mandela. But of course, it's not only locals, not only people from Johannesburg or even the province that have made their way to be here for this incredible day in the country's history. A number of people traveling from far and wide to come here. And joining us now, we've got two guests, in fact, but I'm going to start with you, Thabo. You traveled all the way from the Free State. Tell us why.
Yeah, you know, the reason why we want to make this farewell a very of a special magnitude. It must be a world-class funeral service. It must be a service of a class. So that is why we came all the way from Free State just to make our final send-off to Mama Winnie.
Now, Thabo, we were chatting a bit off air, and you were telling me that you, in fact, got into your car at 11 o'clock last night, arriving here at 4 o'clock this morning. It's been a long night for you. You haven't slept, but you're looking forward to being a part of this historic day.
It is. You know, the way Mama Winnie played a significant role in our lives. So I thought to myself, I said, I think driving for 3 to 4 hours is nothing. Mama Winnie has been there for years. So why would I bother about 3 hours driving? So that is why I came here. I said I want to make this send-off to Mama Winnie a very wonderful send-off.
Perhaps before we let you go, you know, it's a chilly Saturday morning. People will be inclined to stay in bed this morning. What's your message to South Africans, people who are in the vicinity of the stadium, about coming here and being here for this day?
You see, us in Free State, we are used to this type of weather. So people here in Soweto, in Johannesburg, they must come. They must come. They should have been here at least around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because 4 o'clock I was here. So they must come to pay their last homage to Mama Winnie.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to let you go and let you find your seat and settle in.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in our other guest. Just remind us again about your name, my dear.
Sinawo Nhlapo.
Sinawo, tell us about why you've come here. You're from Johannesburg?
I am. I'm from Germiston. And the reason why I came is because of all the things that Winnie fought for. I mean, we the women that we are because of what Mama Winnie did, you know, during the struggle times. And we also here to pay our last respects to a very iconic woman. And yeah, that's basically why we're here, to pay our last respects.
Have you been watching the coverage of the memorial service, the coverage of just the tributes that we've seen from far and wide since the day we heard she died? What have you been thinking about those tributes?
You know, I mean, a lot of them were very moving, very touching, and especially the documentary, you learn some things that you never knew. And yesterday on the news, I think it was on the radio, there was stuff about how a lot of what we knew growing up wasn't really true. She was just painted that way. And it's not even surprising that as a woman, that's what happens usually. You become the scapegoat for everything. And you wonder how she even lived to 81 with all the stuff said about her and all the conditions she had to live under and everything she overcome.
Yeah, and everything she survived. Just a final note from you to South Africans today. There's not much time left for them to make their way here, but what would you say to them?
I would say to them, this is not a loss. We definitely haven't lost. It's very painful because the way we view death, it's always as a loss, but we hear in numbers as women, and she has indeed multiplied. Like it's been said, she has multiplied because she's within us. So
wonderful. Thanks very much, Sinawo. Well, as you can hear there, Vuyo and Kathy and our viewers, a number of South Africans traveling far and wide and really appealing to other South Africans. I mean, time is running out, but if you can, it is such an incredible day that I'm sure all of us would love to be a part of. This day that we take it all in, that we come to terms with the death of this giant. But as one of our guests said there, she's not gone. Winnie Mandela has multiplied.